Okay, this is my audience, my brother and my husband, my son. I'm going to show my brother, husband, and son how to properly change a pamper. What would you do if your little sister started crying or your niece started crying, she needed her pamper changed and I wasn't here? You would have to change her, right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure you guys know how to do this the right way. First, you have to make sure that you have all of the items that you need to change the baby. You need your gloves, you need a pamper, items to prevent the baby from having a rash, Vaseline. If the baby does have a rash, you need those items as well. You need something to clean and disinfect your area with, something to properly dispose the pamper with, something to change the baby on to make sure that you're not transferring germs and bacteria to your other items in the house, and your baby wipes. So the very first step is to get the baby on a stable area. You want to make sure you have your glove on. It's very important to have all of your items within your reach so you don't have to leave the baby unattended. And I have one glove on just for the purpose of showing you. Normally you would have two. You want to remove the pamper partially and hold the baby's feet. Hold the baby's feet up and out of the way. And you want to wipe the baby in a downward position from front to back. It's very important to wipe a female from front to back, because if you wipe the opposite way from back to front, you can transfer germs and bacteria into the vaginal area, causing vaginal infections. Once you wipe the baby wipe, she's clean, you put the dirty baby wipe into the pamper, roll the pamper up, place the baby back on the mat, dispose of the dirty pamper. At that time, the baby is clean. You can take your dirty glove off, and you want to peel it off your skin so that the outside is inside of the glove. Throw it in the bag with the pamper. Grab your clean pamper. And it's a good idea to engage in conversation or song or kind of play with the baby to make it go a little bit better, because most babies don't like to be changed. It's just something they don't like to do. They rather play, sing, dance, eat, anything other than being on the table being changed. Once you get the pamper on, you can replace the baby's clothing, put the baby in a safe place, and then you want to sanitize your area. You want to spray it with anything with bacteria infection, anything with bacteria disinfectants. Spray it down real good. You want to use a cloth or something disposable, wipe it down real good, and also place that in your bag of disposables. There. I also wanted to show you these other items that I did not use today. You have your baby powder with cornstarch. If the baby has a light infection, a light rash, you want to use a little bit of this and it'll clear it up. If the baby has a major rash, you want to use something like a rash cream to clear up the rash. So once again, the steps are: make sure you have everything in your grasp. Place the baby on a clean surface or a sturdy surface, somewhere that you can easily reach the baby. You want to make sure that you have something to properly dispose your spoiled or soiled diaper in. Make sure you have something to protect your hand from bacteria and infections, germs and bacteria. And at this time, does anyone have any questions? Any questions whatsoever?
Yeah. So what would you say is the most important part of changing the baby?
Well, that's a good question. The most important part would be to be sure you remove all fecal matter from the baby's skin, because leaving fecal matter on the baby's skin can cause very serious rash and very serious infections if it stays there long enough. So you want to be sure to remove all that.
Yeah, and why do you use gloves, but when you can wash your hands after you change the baby?
Well, you use gloves because it plays a part in preventing any possible transfer of germs and bacteria. So you want to use the gloves to protect yourself from any germs, from the baby to yourself. And that concludes my steps showing you how to properly change a baby.